Good morning and welcome to Rose Red Homestead, where today we're going to be focusing on some nutrient-dense meals. I don't know about you, but I find myself lacking the amount of protein and the amount of fiber that I need on a daily basis. And I was doing some research, and some of the research noted that many people in the United States have the same situation that I do: not enough protein, not enough fiber. So I decided to do a video with 5 meals. Now, obviously, if we do 5 meals in our usual video time, we're not going to be spending much time. So there's not going to be a lot of recipes for this. These meals are just to give you ideas about some of the things that you can do. Now, I also researched the amount of fiber and protein that we need on a daily basis. And of course, the number ranges are all over the map. And so, well, they kind of cluster in a range. So I have put on the board what most of them said. So in terms of protein, if you weigh about 100 pounds, you need 54 grams to 90 grams of protein per day. If you are in the 150 pound range, you need 81 grams to 135 grams. And then if you're in the 200 range, you need 108 grams to 180 grams of protein. And sometimes it's a little bit difficult to get that in the usual meals, at least that we make in our household. And then fiber is critically important. It really helps with our digestion. And so knowing how much fiber we should be taking in each day, and then just double checking that. There are so many ways on the internet that you can just figure out how much protein and how much fiber different foods have. And so for fiber, adults age 19 up to 50, males need about 38 grams of fiber and females need about 25 grams per day. And those of us that are over 50, the amount drops. Males need about 30 grams and females need about 21 grams. So in these 5 meals, I'm really focusing on having each meal give me at least half of what my needs are in that particular meal. Now, I'm going for 90 grams of protein per day. So that meant I needed about 30 grams per meal per day. So most of the time, I don't quite hit that 30 grams per meal, but I do have some snacks like the string cheese that has 7 grams of protein that I use as snacks to kind of help bump up the total amount intake for the day. So we have 5 meals, and we're going to start today with breakfast, so we're just going to jump right in. I looked up foods that are very high in protein, very high in fiber, and tried to combine them together in various meals. So here are the ingredients for our breakfast this morning. This is some cooked oatmeal, and for a half a cup of oatmeal, and I have calculated the nutrition. I have a place online that I go to calculate nutrition. For a half a cup of cooked oatmeal, and you can use any kind of oatmeal that you wish, and if you add to that a half of a banana, and a half a cup of raspberries. Raspberries are very high in fiber for fruit. That's one reason why I've selected raspberries today. And then a half a cup of blueberries. And about 1/4 cup of almonds that I just sprinkle around the whole thing. Very high in fiber. There's our breakfast bowl for today. Now, just this way, it has 18 grams of protein and it has 13 grams of fiber. So with fiber, we're doing great, but I would have to, after we have this for breakfast, I'm short on protein. So I would either need a snack or I would need a lunch or a dinner that had more protein so that my end of the day, I would have had 90. So we're gonna go have breakfast and we'll see you in just a moment with another meal. Here is the lunch menu that is just absolutely delicious. This is avocado toast. We're going to mash up some avocado with some lemon juice and some lemon zest. I had a leftover half of a lemon, and that's what I used. So it is about a couple of teaspoons of zest and a tablespoon or so of fresh lemon juice. And then with that, we're going to add some fruit. And I have a couple of ham roll-ups right here to increase the protein. So overall, this is going to be a meal that has 26 grams of protein and 13 grams of fiber. And where we're going to get the fiber is from these avocados. Now, normally I use one large avocado, but we are at the mercy of the tariffs right now, so we're thankful to get any avocados. We're thankful to have any avocados that we can, and so these are two small ones that I'm going to be using instead. So I don't know if you've seen this tool or not, but this is just a great avocado tool. You just cut the avocado in half. And then if you have the non-seed half, you use this part that slices it. You go right straight down to the skin. And it gets every bit of the meat. And even though we're not going to use the slices, I'm going to mash them, it just breaks them up a little bit. And then this part of the little tool, you just snap over the pit, twist it, and it comes right off. And then, once again, you just go clear down to the skin and get all the meat. And it just makes life so easy. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other avocado. Then I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of this Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt, with some salt and pepper, and with the lemon that's already in there. That's going to be our mashed avocado. And then I have some fruit I'm going to put out on the plate. And I'm going to toast some of this bread. Now this bread is the honey wheat sourdough. It's a whole grain bread. So the calculations for the protein and the fiber were based on the fact that it's a whole grain bread. So we will be back when everything is ready to put on the plate. Here is lunch all ready to go. It absolutely looks delicious. And you can just make this avocado mash any way you would like to. The way it was made, as I suggested with the Greek yogurt and a little bit of lemon juice, made the whole thing 26 grams of protein and then 13 grams of fiber. So Jim and I are now going to excuse ourselves and have this delicious lunch. So we'll see you for another meal very soon. So here we go with one of our dinners, and this is a great dinner. Here's what we are going to be having. This is air fryer salmon, steamed asparagus, and apple, celery, and nut salad. So for the salmon, I just used for the base, I used 2 tablespoons of oil and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and then just some of our favorite spices. I used smoked paprika, Italian seasoning, and a little bit of garlic, and that's it. So for the asparagus, it's just going to go over here on the burner and steam until it's done. That won't take very long. The salmon won't take very long. Here is the salad. It is not stirred up yet. I just wanted you to see how I'm dressing this salad. This is frozen orange juice concentrate. I have 2 tablespoons in here, along with 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. And so I'll be stirring up the salad, and we will come back when this is all cooked and plated. Check this out. Everything was done in about 6 minutes. It's wonderful. So just a little bit of butter, salt, and pepper on the asparagus. We've got lemons to squeeze on either the salmon or the asparagus or both. And this meal has, are you ready for this? 44 grams of protein and 10 grams of fiber. So this is a great meal for catching up on protein if you missed some for either lunch or breakfast. So we're going to go enjoy this right now while it's hot, and we will see you soon for more. We are back for another meal. This is supper, and it is going to be creamy Italian chicken, and this is what is on the menu. We have cooked 6 chicken thighs, bone-in, skin on, using the cold pan method, and I've already done that. If you want to learn what that is, I've already done a video on that, And so the link to that video will be at the end of this video. I'm going to steam some broccoli, and with the broccoli I'm going to add a little bit of ghee, a little bit of lemon juice, and then some salt and pepper. And we're going to be serving that with some cottage cheese and pear halves. And this meal will be 33 grams of protein and 10 grams of fiber. So we're going to get started right here. I'm going to show you the sauce and the sauce that we're going to use to make the creamy Italian gravy for this chicken. That recipe will be included in the menu links below. This is the pan that I cooked the chicken in. It still has the drippings in it. And of course, the pan has cooled down now because the chicken has been out of the oven for a little while. So I'm going to be putting in a teaspoon of minced garlic. And I'm cheating, I'm using the jarred kind that's already done for you. So the garlic is nice and sauteed. Now we are going to put in 1 1/4 cups of chicken broth. We're going to put in 1/2 cup of this Parmesan and Romano mixed cheese. A 1/2 cup of plain Greek yogurt. This is 1 cup of marinated artichoke hearts that have been drained and chopped into smaller pieces. And this is 10 ounces of spinach. I am going to drop in 2 cubes of my frozen lemon juice. Actually, I'm going to put 3 in. And now we're just going to nestle the chicken down in this sauce, this creamy Italian sauce. I'm going to turn the heat way down. I'm borrowing the lid from my canner. Put right over the top. It's perfect. And we're just going to let that simmer for a few minutes. And while that is simmering, I'm going to do the rest of the meal, and we will come back when everything is plated. Here is the broccoli for each plate. It has ghee on it and some lemon juice. And I am going to be sprinkling on the top of it a little bit of this salad supreme, just for a little extra hint of spiciness. There we go. And here's our chicken. It is done. So this is certainly enough for 2 meals for Jim and me. And if we wanted to, we could thicken this gravy up, which I may do for the second serving of it. It's a little too runny to put on the plates. So here we go, and we are now ready to eat. So not too bad for 33 grams of protein and 10 grams of fiber. So stay tuned, another one's coming up. Here we are at the last of our 5 meals that are high in protein and fiber. This one is especially high in protein. It's 44 grams, and it has both seafood protein and plant protein. The plant protein comes from a salad that we're going to do with lentils and quinoa. And I'm going to give you the link to that recipe. It's a fun recipe. and especially because of the presenter. She's fabulous. She's beautiful, she swishes, and she has a gorgeous kitchen and a wonderful pantry, and she just makes everything look so easy. I was quite entranced. And the recipe is pretty good too. So that's a big bonus. And so we're going to air fry our shrimp, and all I've done with the shrimp is just season them with our favorite seasonings, and you can do the very same thing. I put a little bit of avocado oil in here, then a little garlic powder, not salt, so a little smoked paprika, salt and pepper, and that's about it. So it's just very, very easy. And it only takes about 5 minutes for these to cook in the air fryer. We'll have this wonderful lentil and quinoa salad along with some with a baked sweet potato. Maybe they're yam. They're the orange ones. I always get mixed up on them. So the first thing that we're going to do is to get this shrimp going by putting it in a single layer, and I'm just going to pop them right over in the air fryer right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put the salad together really quickly. And
I'm going to move up.
You'll have this recipe. And so here's the quinoa going in. It's just a half a cup of quinoa and a half a cup of lentils. The one thing about the lentils, though, she may not know, the presenter who did this salad, that different types of lentils have different cooking times. And I followed her cooking time for my yellow lentils, and they were mush. And so I did brown lentils, and then I shortened it by 10 minutes. So just whatever kind of lentils you use, just watch them because you don't want them to get mush. Now to her recipe, I'm adding a cup of diced celery. I just thought it needed that. And then I have a couple of green onions that have been diced and a little bit of cilantro. And I'm going to toss this together. It's a very interesting looking salad, but it is yummy, yummy. And then we'll dress it. And this has lime zest in it, which makes it really good. Good, good, good. Okay, we will wait until the shrimp gets ready, and I will pull the sweet potatoes out of the microwave, and we will come back when everything is all plated. All right, here goes the shrimp. Now, we cooked about a pound of shrimp, so this gives each of us about a half a pound, and of course we're shrimp lovers. And it took the shrimp about 10 minutes, not 5. And so there is our meal. Doesn't that just look fantastic? And then with the potato, I like mine just plain, and I think Jim will probably doctor his a little bit with some ghee. But this is such a healthy meal with 44 grams of protein and 10 grams of fiber. So we're going to enjoy our dinner, and I hope that you have enjoyed this series. I hope it will inspire you with your own cooking and your own recipes to increase protein if you need to, and especially fiber. Americans are notorious for not ever having enough fiber in our diet. So we're trying to get that up there. So thanks so much for being with us, and we'll see you very soon for more videos.